What's going on, everybody? The price of Bitcoin is looking, it's hot, baby. It is above $52,500 as of the time of me recording this video. And the big question is it too hot right now, or are we looking at trying to keep this momentum going, getting it towards that previous all-time high, right around the $69,000 level? And there's something that's so important as an indicator that did happen here just the other day, and that suggests potentially more buy action going up. I'm also going to share with you an article. This is from CoinDesk, in which some other analysts are thinking that we might see some pullback. They think it's right around $48,000. Kind of a range between $47,000 to $49,000. We'll talk more about that in just a moment on top of everything else. Now, if you're looking to leverage during this market, you can check out the crypto exchange Margex. You can do anywhere from 5x all the way up to 100x leverage. And the beautiful thing is there's no KYC. So if you want to get started with this, it only takes about 30 seconds to a minute for the registration process. It's available in a lot of different regions. If it's not available in your region, some people do use VPNs. I'm not saying that you should do that. Notice that people do that. And if you use my referral link and you make a deposit, you can actually get a sign-up bonus. They already have a nice collection of cryptocurrencies available. They do add a little bit more from time to time. They also offer copy trading, so if you're not that confident with your trading skills, you can see how other traders are performing. They also have staking options. They got a lot of things going on. And again, you can find that referral link down in the description below. And so take a look here on the TradingView chart. Something that's really important to point out to you is that purple line, which is the VWAP. And historically speaking, the way that VWAP works is that when the price moves above that line, it's suggestive of a buy signal. So even though using my technical indicator that I created, it can be integrated in with TradingView. You can also find a link to that down in the description below. That's through my Patreon side. We can see right here that on the daily version of this, it was suggestive of a short. We saw some recent action starting to push this further up though. And so with that being said, its price crossing over the purple line is more suggestive of a buy signal. Something to be a little bit concerned with is when we actually take a look down here on the RSI. The reason being is it's in the overbought territory. So when this thing starts to make a strong rally, we really start to make a strong push, we're entering into new territory, you could have a ton of FOMO. And that FOMO breaks the historical trend. And the RSI is based on that time period. So seeing more activity than what we saw in the past, it's understandable right now. So is it a concern because we are in overbought territory? It is a little bit. I would say the other thing to keep in mind is that we still have the halving event coming up here in a couple months. People are looking forward to that. They're getting hyped up over that. Some people might try and drive the price down just so that they can try and accumulate a little bit here and there, get it ready for that big pop, and then make a further strong rally. Because just going up, up, and up, of course, there's going to be people that start taking profits at some point, and having that media attention around the halving event, I think, is definitely going to drive a lot more people over to this. And if it looks like it's getting too hot, there's going to be some big players that are more than likely going to try and pull out of this a bit. So right now, being above that purple line, looking absolutely beautiful there. Something else to keep in mind is with the Bollinger Band, it's a bit wide for my point of view. Ideally, it would be more like what we have back here with this long position. So it's pinched right here. It's consolidating a bit, and then it looks to start to expand out, and boom, there you go. You see a nice price rally going from what looks to be right around $42,500 and ran all the way up to, I went to this point, at $53,000 before it started consolidating a bit again. So you can see it consolidated for a while. At that time period, fairly comparable to what we see during this time, but this was pinched. Right here, consolidated, but that Bollinger Band was pretty wide. And we're seeing it starting to come back here together a little bit. But as we see this potential volume increase, this activity, we might see some more directional movement. and that's only going to cause this Bollinger Band to be even more wide. And let's just be real, as we zoom out with this, let's take a look at how wide the band is right now compared to some of these other time periods. And as you can clearly see, it's quite wide right now. So frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see this nice little move up, but we also see some sideways action taking place for a while. Okay, so then let's go ahead and move over here to this article now on why they are thinking that it might pull back to around $48,000. It says, Ether mantle lead crypto majors as Bitcoin traders see prices correcting to 48,000. Without a bounce from here, we could see a deeper correction begin, potentially as low as $47,000 to $49,000, one trader said. It is important to note this was uploaded earlier today, so it's had some hours pass by. Bitcoin price were little changed in line with a trend of low weekend volatility, with Ether and some ecosystem tokens driving gains instead on the back of the relatively new Ether ETF narrative. Bitcoin hovered around the $51,500 mark in Asian markets morning hours Monday, while Ether regained the $3,100 level. XRP, Cardano, ADA, and Avalanche's AVAX were down 1% in the past 24 hours, while BNB Chain's BNB was up 1.2%. Tokens of Ethereum Layer 2 platform Mantle zoomed 30% to set a lifetime peak at 93 cents. There was no immediate catalyst for the price gains, but it came on the back of Mantle ETH, a staked version of Ether, crossing the 1.5 billion value locked mark last week. Meanwhile, a trader said that Bitcoin could see a short-term correction to as low as 47,000. The price of Bitcoin has fallen below 51K, which is near the bottom of the consolidation range of the last 8 days. Alex FX Pro, senior market analyst, told CoinDesk in an email, quote, without a bounce from here, we could see a deeper correction begin, potentially as low as 47 to 49K. Since Friday morning, crypto has been dominated by selling despite all-time highs in many global equity indices. As a very sensitive indicator, the crypto market may be signaling that investors have become a little more cautious. And this is something that he added. So again, this is from hours ago, and what it was pointing out is if there wasn't a bounce, and what we see very clearly here when we go back over to the price chart is that there's a nice little bottom wick taking place. That bottom wick suggests what? That there was a bounce. So having that as a very primary position to reflect on, we can see that right now it is in the green on the day. It's looking absolutely beautiful. We might see some pullback action, but overall on the course of the day, it's making some nice moves up. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look here. If we see from the bottom of the wick to where we are right now, so that low that dropped down and then it started to make its push back up, that's up about 3%. 3.11%, which is considerable when we're talking about Bitcoin, not like some altcoin that's got a small market cap. And then if we just factor in here where the body of the candle is, so where the daily candle position technically open to where we are right about now, you're looking at about 1.83%. So also absolutely amazing, looks really good. Let's go ahead and take a quick look over here at, say, BNB, what's going on with it. BNB, that's not the right one. Let's go ahead and go BNB. USDT, we'll go with Binance. That's $395. So very close to hitting the $400 mark. And if BNB passes above $400, it can make a further rally as we're looking at it also trying to push back to its previous all-time highs. And then same thing, let's go and take a look at Ethereum. And we'll look at it from the Binance side. Ethereum at $3,123. It also doing considerably very well. So it passed above that $3,100 that was mentioned earlier and starting to make its push towards $3,200. Let me know what you guys think down in the description below. We're also seeing here with Ethereum, it passed above that VWAP. So again, another strong indicator. Do you think the market is too hot, or do you think that this is basically just the beginning of where we're starting to make that rally to go back to the previous all-time highs and set new records? Hey, if you think about it, right, the stock market has been breaking its own records lately. Is it really that surprising to think that we might be due for crypto to also break its all-time highs? things are looking beautiful right now. Would love to get your opinion down in the comment. Leave your comments down in the comments below. And once again, you can also check out the crypto exchange Margex. I got my referral link down in the description. And thank you so much to everybody that's showing support. You guys can check out the exclusive trading group. This is HG Access. If you want to join this and see what kind of crypto plays that are being discussed right now, I have a link to this group for access. That's through Patreon. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. For me personally, double shout out thank you to We Love, Victor Vegas, Worlzo Rizvi for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode.